In a world where pain often lurks in the shadows, waiting to engulf us, how do we seize its profound lessons as our greatest allies? This book invites you to embark on a transformative journey where the harrowing echoes of trauma become the very catalysts for your empowerment. This book is more than a guide. It's a key to unlock the hidden potential buried deep within your struggles. With each chapter, you'll discover practical strategies to navigate your emotional landscape and emerge resilient, fostering a life not just of survival, but of thriving. Beyond the Pain, Using Trauma Triggers to Fuel Strength, written and published by Mindset Liberation. Chapter 1. Embracing Pain as a Teacher. Pain is often viewed as an enemy, but what if it is in fact a profound teacher? The stark reality of mental health issues can be isolating, with so many individuals grappling silently with overwhelming anxiety, crippling depression, and the remnants of past traumas. Although it is easy to regard pain merely as a burden, the truth is that it offers invaluable insights and lessons that can forge an individual's path to resilience and understanding. Mental health disorders are intricately woven into the fabric of our society, with over 1 in 4 adults experiencing a mental health issue in their lifetime. Yet, despite this prevalence, only a fraction of those affected seek the help they need, often staying locked in a relentless cycle of suffering. Understanding the origins of these emotions reveals a key truth. Pain is often born from our experiences, shaping our identities and influencing our perceptions. Whether it's the result of a traumatic event in childhood, relationship struggles, or relentless societal pressures, pain presents itself as an omnipresent force in our lives. Experts have long emphasized that learning to embrace this discomfort is crucial to personal growth. Dan Siegel, renowned psychiatrist and author, states, "We can use our pain to discover who we are and our potential." This perspective invites us to reconsider our relationship with pain and positions it as a valuable companion rather than a relentless foe. In everyday life, consider someone who faced significant hardships, perhaps a person who lost a loved one unexpectedly. At first, the weight of that grief seems insurmountable, dragging them into the depths of despair. However, as they journey through that painful process, something remarkable happens. They begin to discover strength, empathy, and resilience buried beneath their sorrow. Their pain fuels an awakening, compelling them to reach out, to connect, and to help others who are experiencing similar losses. In this light, pain morphs into a catalyst for transformation and insight, revealing to us the interconnectedness of the human experience. Moreover, mental health struggles often come with a profound societal stigma that renders pain invisible. A significant number of individuals walk among us, absorbing their traumas in silence while feeling the weight of judgment or misunderstanding. Statistics portray this grave reality vividly. Nearly 60% of adults with a mental health condition remain undiagnosed and without treatment. This state of unawareness not only perpetuates personal suffering but also stunts societal growth. If more people could see pain as an essential part of the human experience, the fear and stigma surrounding mental health issues might begin to dissipate, replaced by openness and empathy. The call to embrace pain as a teacher is an invitation to understand that hardship can spur growth. Learning to recognize the lessons hidden within our discomfort strengthens our ability to face challenges. This journey of realization is not accepted universally, yet it stands as a pivotal element in redefining our approach to mental health. Instead of allowing pain to break us, we can begin to see it as a pathway leading to deeper self-awareness and profound healing. By embracing the flickering shadows of our struggles, we can illuminate the path toward resilience and empowerment, establishing a freedom forged from understanding the agony we once feared. Thus, as we delve into the intricacies of embracing pain, we position ourselves to emerge from the depths of despair into the bright realms of possibility and growth. As we delve deeper into the reverberating effects of pain, it becomes clear that its influence reaches far beyond solo experiences. It profoundly affects our emotions, shapes our decision-making processes, colors our relationships, and can significantly undermine our self-esteem. Individuals grappling with the weight of past traumas often find themselves trapped in a complex web where pain influences every choice they make and every interaction they engage in. Tragically, the very emotions that arise from this discomfort can lead to self-sabotage and hinder their desire for connection. Take the case of Sarah, a young professional who experienced bullying during her school years. This formative trauma sowed seeds of self-doubt that progressively warped her self-image. As an adult, she landed a job at a reputable firm, but consistently found herself unable to voice her ideas, living in the suffocating shadow of her past. Psychological research supports her experience. Studies show that individuals with unresolved emotional pain are prone to interpret feedback negatively, feeling threatened even by the mildest of critiques, which further entrenches their pain in a vicious cycle. Sarah learned to silence her voice, discounting her contributions, which left her feeling trapped in an undercurrent of worthlessness. This dynamic extends to decision-making. When pain colors every judgment, choices become reactions stemming from fear rather than thoughtful decision-making. John faced a similar dilemma in his relationships. After a painful breakup rooted in betrayal, he found himself mistrusting every romantic prospect that preceded him. Research indicates that chronic emotional pain can create hypervigilance in relationships, where past trauma manifests into a scrolling list of perceived red flags. Instead of engaging with new partners authentically, John would interpret benign actions through a lens of caution and suspicion. With every new interaction steeped in the context of betrayal, he imposed barriers on himself, driving potential relationships away without even realizing the extent of his influence. In addition, the impact of emotional pain resonates through one's self-esteem. Individuals may believe they are unworthy of love, success, or happiness due to their scars, leading to an internal narrative that insists, "I am not enough." Jessica, a talented musician, illustrated this vividly. Despite receiving praise for her performances, her past of parental neglect eventually suffocated her sense of achievement. Time and again, she encountered self-imposed roadblocks that overshadowed both her aspirations and accomplishments. Her story underscores the intensive urgency to recognize how unresolved pain can quietly undermine one's capabilities and desires, creating immense obstacles in pursuing life's joys. Furthermore, many people fall into the traps laid by their emotional pain because it breeds familiarity. Pain, however unwanted, can create a strange sense of comfort. It becomes part of our identity and ultimately what defines us. Embracing pain inadvertently becomes a misguided armor, shielding us from deeper vulnerability and the risk of being hurt again. But in doing so, it locks us in a cycle that prevents liberation and growth. With these insights in mind, it is undeniable that understanding the effects of emotional pain is a powerful stepping stone to healing. Recognizing how it affects our emotions, decisions, and perceptions of self allows us to cultivate deeper awareness within ourselves, igniting the potential for change. As we begin to confront the shadows, we empower ourselves to challenge ingrained beliefs and foster changes that spur growth. In the coming section, we will uncover the hidden warning signs of unresolved pain that most individuals overlook, illuminating the path to ultimate reconciliation and transformation. Recognizing the manifestations of mental health issues is essential on the path to healing, as these signs often go unacknowledged until they escalate beyond manageable proportions. Understanding how emotional pain presents itself, indirectly and perhaps deceptively, allows individuals to illuminate the aspects of their lives that require attention. For many, this recognition can raise awareness of deep-seated patterns influencing their behavior, clarifying the shadows lurking beneath their daily existence. The journey of self-exploration often begins with the surprising, everyday scenarios that reveal our struggles. Consider Amanda, for example. On the surface, she was an affable person, successful in her mid-level management role, but internally she was battling anxiety that manifested through irritability and overwhelming feelings of inadequacy. As she climbed the corporate ladder, her anxiety morphed into a sense of impending failure, causing her to micromanage her team. Without any external signs, Amanda assumed her reaction was merely a temporary state of stress. It wasn't until she reflected on how her relentless pursuit for perfection alienated her coworkers, producing conflict and isolation, that she began to recognize her anxiety's true manifestations. Another common scenario features David, a young man whose depression unveiled itself in his social interactions. He once was the life of the party, but as his emotional pain deepened, his enthusiasm waned. He started withdrawing from social gatherings, each missed invitation punctuated by a familiar lie, "I'm busy." Each time he distanced himself from friends, the emotional toll intensified, mirrored by his increasing self-isolation. Recognizing these patterns of avoidance made David confront the unsettling truth of his mental health, illuminating the need for change. That moment of awareness became both a revelation and a catalyst for growth, underscoring the significance of thought patterns and their alignment with emotional health. Why does recognizing the mental health issue serve as the initial step toward healing? Awareness itself has the power to liberate. When we are conscious of our struggles, we dismantle the destructive cycles that often go unnoticed. No longer confined by denial, we permit ourselves to explore the depths of our pain and the narratives that shaped our self-image. Knowledge leads to empowerment, compelling us to ultimately acknowledge the need for change before we can seek the paths for healing and growth. Furthermore, acceptance doesn't imply surrender. Instead, it lays the groundwork for a transformative journey where we hold the reins of our emotional destiny. In this chapter, we uncovered the complex interplay between pain and mental health, recognizing its manifestations through relatable scenarios that may mirror our own experiences. Unveiling the hidden truths behind our emotional struggles prepares us for the subsequent exploration of effective solutions aimed at managing pain and transforming adversity into strength. There lies hope ahead, a journey toward reframing our triggers into strengths. As you embark on this path of exploration, reflect on your relationship with emotional pain. Pay heed to the manifestations and patterns in your life, for they serve as road signs directing you toward the crucial steps of healing. Join us next as we delve deeper into the transformative power of reframing triggers and harnessing them into fortifying strengths. Don't forget to subscribe to Mindset Liberation and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights and suggestions will help us develop more content that resonates deeply with all. Embrace your journey, for understanding is the first step toward liberation. Chapter 2. Reframing Triggers into Strength Builders. The challenges we face today, instigated by our emotional triggers, have the potential to become the very wellspring of our strength. In recognizing that our triggers, rather than being insurmountable barriers, can be transformed into tools for empowerment, we unlock the possibility for profound personal growth. Triggers are often viewed as disruptive forces, invoking anxiety, distress, or frustration that seems uncontrollable. However, acknowledging and reframing these triggers is a potent method to gain agency over our emotional landscape, shifting our responses from knee-jerk reactions to informed choices focused on constructive outcomes. This concept of reframing, which has its roots in cognitive behavioral therapy, has gained significant traction in mental health communities as a viable path to resilience. Psychological research highlights the efficacy of reframing negative thoughts through training the mind to interpret them in a more positive or beneficial light. For instance, a study published in the Journal of Consulting and Clinical Psychology demonstrated that individuals who employed reframing techniques experienced not only diminished anxiety, but also increased problem-solving abilities. This process embodies the transformative power of acknowledging one's emotional triggers as chance encounters, opportunities for deeper understanding and reconstruction of one's mindset. Take the example of Mark, a man in his 30s who, for years, reacted defensively to criticism at work. His formative experiences taught him that vulnerability led to rejection, which left him responding to feedback with anger or withdrawal, neither productive nor fulfilling. As he began to explore the concept of reframing, Mark realized he perceived criticism as a direct assault on his worth, rather than an invitation for improvement. By repurposing this common trigger into a prompt for growth, he began to approach these situations with curiosity. Each piece of feedback became a stepping stone, allowing him to elevate his performance and contributions rather than fostering disconnection. Statistics weave a compelling narrative around the impact of reframing. Data indicates that more than 70% of individuals have the capacity to cultivate a growth mindset where challenges are viewed as opportunities. When one actively reframes their emotional triggers, extraordinary shifts can manifest in not just individual experiences, but collective growth. This approach galvanizes not only personal achievement, but can also revitalize team dynamics within the workplace, transforming environments into communities centered around support rather than division. Moreover, the urgency of mastering this skill is evident as we seek to build resilience against the myriad stressors life throws our way. Our daily experiences are peppered with challenges, stressful encounters at work, interpersonal conflicts, or even personal shortcomings that can trigger our fears and insecurities. Reframing these triggers, rather than allowing them to form walls, provides an avenue to fortify our emotional armor and unveil potential we might not have recognized existed. This chapter sets the stage for cultivating a mindset transformation that empowers each individual to reclaim control. The journey might be nuanced and layered with complexities, but it holds an infectious promise of growth. As we learn the art of reframing ourselves, we take bold strides in owning our narratives, assembling a toolkit designed not just for survival, but for thriving amidst inevitable life challenges. So, as we delve deeper into the transformative techniques in the next section, prepare to embrace the wisdom contained within your triggers and emerge fortified with strength. Acknowledging the delicate partnership between triggers and empowerment will change not just how we respond, but how we view ourselves and the world around us. Your journey of transformation is about to begin. Let's reclaim that narrative together. Reframing triggers into strength builders is not only a hopeful approach, it is also anchored in robust science that illuminates its efficacy in overcoming emotional hurdles. The underlying principle of this method lies in the brain's remarkable plasticity, the ability to form new connections and adapt throughout life. Research has shown that when we consciously choose to view our experiences from different perspectives, we create neural pathways that reinforce positive thinking. This is crucial, as it enables individuals to build adaptive responses that can replace old patterns of reactivity toward emotional triggers. Neuroscience substantiates the benefits of cognitive reframing through studies revealing how specific thought patterns can alter brain structure and function. For example, a study published in the journal Frontiers in Human Neuroscience indicated that participants who practiced reframing reported not only reduced anxiety levels, but also exhibit increased activity in areas of the brain responsible for emotional regulation. This correlation implies that as individuals learn to shift their mindsets when faced with adversity, they simultaneously enhance their mental flexibility and emotional resilience, characteristics essential for navigating life's complexities. Consider the compelling transformation of Lisa, who faced significant debilitating anxiety as a result of her childhood experiences. For years, escalations in her anxiety were triggered by social interactions. The mere thought of speaking in public left her paralyzed. However, after reflecting on her emotional landscape, Lisa embraced reframing as a conscious practice. Rather than viewing audience feedback as an authoritative judgment of her worth, she began to see it as an opportunity to learn and refine her craft. By welcoming constructive criticism, she debilitated the anxiety that once loomed large and opened herself up to growth. Over time, Lisa transitioned from feeling intimidated during public speaking to embracing those moments with courageous zeal. Her shift not only alleviated intense anxiety, but also led to her becoming a sought-after speaker in her professional domain. This method's effectiveness stems from its resourcefulness. Reframing allows us to tap into our existing strength even when faced with vulnerabilities. It creates room for self-compassion amid adversity, fostering an environment where individuals can embrace imperfections. Instead of vilifying their struggles, they honor them as markers of persistence and personal evolution. The urgency kept in mind is that those who fail to confront and reframe their emotional pain risk becoming stagnant, mere bystanders in the story of their lives. The act of reframing equips you with an empowered perspective as you forge ahead. Enabling individuals to interpret setbacks as entry points for growth not only builds strength, but also engenders a renewed sense of agency over one's life. Acceptance of personal trauma, paired with a willingness to see beyond the immediate distress, embodies a fundamental shift in emotional resilience. As we continue to journey down this path to mastery over our triggers, it becomes abundantly clear that reframing them offers a liberating opportunity to retake control of our narratives. In a world steeped in uncertainty, the capacity to recognize that our triggers can illuminate pathways to strength is nothing short of a revolution. The next chapter will unveil practical techniques and tools that aid in mastering this reframing process, helping you convert struggle into strength seamlessly. Prepare to harness the power to transform fear into fortitude as we unearth the actionable steps toward enduring resilience in the face of adversity. The journey continues, filled with hope and potential, beckoning you to embrace the possibility of phenomenal transformation ahead. Incorporating the power of reframing into your daily life is not just an abstract concept. It's an actionable strategy, providing you with the tools to transform your emotional triggers into sources of strength. Here are some step-by-step instructions to guide you through this empowering process. The first step is to cultivate awareness around your triggers. Keep a journal where you can write down situations that provoke strong emotional reactions. By identifying these moments, you demystify your triggers and take the first bold step toward reframing them. Once you have pinpointed specific triggers, the next step involves examining the associated thoughts that arise in those moments. When a trigger occurs, ask yourself, what story am I telling myself right now? Write down your immediate thoughts without judgment. This step may unveil narratives that are limiting or distorted, unlocking insight into how you view your circumstances. For example, if you react negatively to criticism, your initial thought might be, I'm a failure and not good enough. By recognizing this harmful narrative, you can then work on reframing it. Instead of being paralyzed by inadequacy, shift your perspective to, this feedback is an opportunity to grow and refine my skills. It can be helpful to time-box this exercise into manageable portions, dedicating just a few minutes each day so it doesn't feel overwhelming. Consistency is key, so challenge yourself to engage in this practice daily for a week. Take a moment to reflect on the changes you observe in your emotional responses. Strive for small wins by acknowledging each instance where you successfully reframed a narrative. This cultivating of awareness and positivity builds momentum, paving the way for broader transformation. To further deepen this practice, incorporate visualization techniques into your routine. When you're feeling calm, close your eyes and visualize a recent trigger and your subsequent emotional reaction. Picture yourself responding differently, choosing to embrace the challenge rather than retreating from it. This mental rehearsal reinforces the neural pathways you are creating, strengthening your response for future scenarios. Over time, you will find that what once felt threatening has morphed into an invigorating opportunity for growth. Additionally, after each practice session of identifying and reframing your triggers, jot down 3 actionable steps moving forward that would fortify your newfound mindset. Completing these small tasks can evoke immediate gratification as you acknowledge your progress and realize your capability to change. Each small win fills you with the strength to face greater emotional challenges ahead. As we conclude this uplifting chapter, it is essential to remember that these strategies open the door to a new perspective, one that invites you to convert fear into fuel for empowerment. Each step taken on this journey brings you closer to mastering the art of reframing triggers during life's inevitable emotional storms. In the upcoming chapter, we will explore crucial techniques for cultivating emotional resilience daily, providing you with further tools to enhance your mental fortitude and navigate challenges effectively. Be sure to subscribe to Mindset Liberation to continue your journey. Your input matters, so like the video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences and suggestions will help us develop new content that truly resonates. Together, we're building a supportive community dedicated to personal growth and empowerment. Remember, each step you take brings you closer to the fulfilling life you deserve. So keep pushing forward with enthusiasm and intention. Chapter 3. Cultivating Emotional Resilience. Daily, emotional resilience is not merely an innate trait possessed by a select few. It is a skill that can be cultivated through daily practices and consistent effort. The ability to adapt to life's challenges while maintaining a sense of well-being is profound, allowing individuals to navigate difficulties with grace and purpose. It is a vital competency in today's fast-paced world, crowded with stressors that can easily overwhelm even the most steadfast among us. By adopting the practices of emotional resilience, you are investing in a future brimming with possibility and personal agency. The origins of emotional resilience date back to the resilience research initiated by psychologists in the 1970s, focusing primarily on how individuals endure and overcome significant adversity. Studies reveal that resilient individuals possess a unique capacity to maintain their emotional balance when facing trials. Research conducted by the American Psychological Association has shown that those who develop specific resilience-building traits, such as optimism, flexibility, and strong social connections, are significantly more likely to thrive through adversity, with statistical findings revealing that resilient individuals exhibit lower levels of anxiety and depression. It becomes clear that cultivating this skill serves as a protective factor for mental health. Consider the story of Brian, who faced a significant life setback when he lost his job unexpectedly. While initial feelings of despair and uncertainty threatened to engulf him, Brian understood the importance of fostering resilience. Instead of succumbing to negativity, he embraced daily acts of self-care, establishing a routine filled with exercise, mindfulness meditation, and connecting with friends. By focusing on his health, he developed a positive narrative around his situation, gradually transforming his framework from one of defeat to one of opportunity. This journey not only led Brian to explore his passions more deeply, but also equipped him with the tools to pivot toward a new career path that truly fulfilled him. Brian exemplifies how emotional resilience enables individuals to radically reshape their lives through dedicated effort and intentional choices. The contemporary world validates the necessity for emotional resilience. Recent surveys indicate that approximately 75% of adults experience high levels of stress regularly, resulting in an ongoing need for protective strategies. The capacity to adapt quickly to changing circumstances and the ability to recover from setbacks soon become essential elements in not just surviving, but thriving. Cultivating emotional resilience is particularly vital, as it empowers individuals to not only react positively to stress, but to harness it as a catalyst for growth. By equipping yourself with tools to strengthen your emotional framework, you can rise above challenges and emerge with hard-earned wisdom and strength. As we delve into this chapter, the focus remains squarely on empowering you, reassuring you that you have the ability to transform your mindset and emotions through practical strategies. The exciting reality is that emotional resilience is yours to build, brick by brick, through daily practices and intentional decisions. Your journey toward greater resilience instills a sense of ownership over your emotional health, ushering in a renewed sense of hope and clarity as you face life's storms head-on. In the following sections, we will equip you with actionable steps and techniques to embed these resilience-building practices into your everyday life, ensuring that you not only survive adversity, but thrive in its presence. Your progress relies on proactive engagement, holding the reins over your emotional landscape as you develop the strength to navigate life's inevitable changes with courage and grace. The time to cultivate your emotional resilience is now, shaping the future you've always envisioned, one small step at a time. Cultivating emotional resilience daily is a transformative approach rooted in both science and real-world evidence. This method is effective because it emphasizes the practice of actively engaging with and reframing one's thoughts and emotions, fostering the resilient mindset necessary for tackling life's challenges. The underlying premise is that resilience can be strengthened through repetition, much like building physical muscles. This ongoing exercise empowers individuals to handle stressors with clarity and confidence, a critical need in today's rapidly changing landscape. Numerous studies support the efficacy of resilience training. Research published in the journal Psychological Science indicates that individuals trained in emotional regulation techniques, such as mindfulness and cognitive restructuring, show significant reductions in stress and displays of resilience in the face of adversity. Specifically, those who practiced resilience-building exercises reported enhanced emotional health and an increased likelihood of effective coping strategies during crises. By engaging in regular practices, you can condition your mind to react constructively to stressors, enabling a more profound sense of emotional autonomy. A powerful example illustrating the impact of resilience-building strategies is found in the life of Lisa, a teacher who faced burnout after several challenging years in her profession. Overwhelmed by fatigue and feeling disheartened, she recognized the urgent need to reclaim her passion for teaching. Through determination, she turned to resilience-building practices such as mindful meditation, daily gratitude journaling, and structured goal setting. Each evening, Lisa would reflect on her day, acknowledging the triumphs, both big and small. By focusing on her accomplishments, she gradually shifted her perception from feelings of inadequacy to recognizing her strengths as an educator. Furthermore, incorporating mindfulness techniques helped her remain present in challenging moments rather than succumbing to constant anxiety about her performance. Lisa's transformation demonstrates the tangible benefits of consistently executing resilience practices. With a newfound clarity and positive outlook, she reinvigorated her purpose, reigniting her passion for teaching while also improving her mental well-being. Within weeks, she began sharing her strategies with colleagues, fostering a supportive environment that celebrated resilience and teamwork. The ripple effect of her commitment to cultivating resilience created an uplifting atmosphere, not just for herself, but for her entire school community. The urgency in adopting these practices can be amplified by our current societal climate, marked by uncertainties and challenges that can quickly drain mental resources. As we confront these difficulties, building resilience offers not only personal fortitude, but also equips individuals to become anchors for others during turbulent times. The practice of developing emotional resilience through daily actions instills confidence, imparting a sense of stability amidst chaos. By understanding and implementing techniques to cultivate emotional resilience, you are taking charge of your emotional health and fortifying yourself against the compulsory trials of life. Transitioning from merely surviving to discovering your capacity to thrive opens up a world where setbacks transform into stepping stones for growth. This chapter positions you to harness your emotional capacity, reflecting a commitment to nurturing your mental well-being continuously. In the upcoming section, we will explore practical tools and exercises aligned with these resilience-building strategies you can implement right away. As you embark on this exciting journey, remember that the first steps you take toward resilience can lead to profound changes, guiding you to a bright and promising future where emotional strength flourishes in every aspect of your life. The power to overcome starts with you, and together we will guide you toward the sustainable emotional well-being you seek. To effectively cultivate emotional resilience in your daily life, it's crucial to embrace structured practices that empower you to navigate challenges with strength and clarity. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to implement these resilience-building techniques seamlessly into your routine. Start by dedicating a few moments each morning to set a positive tone for your day. Consider engaging in a simple mindfulness exercise. As soon as you wake up, take a few deep breaths and visualize your intentions for the day ahead. Imagine navigating potential stressors with poise, reminding yourself that you have the tools to handle whatever may arise. This small shift toward intentional thinking instills confidence right from the start. Next, implement a daily gratitude practice to foster a positive outlook. Each evening, take a moment to jot down 3 things that went well in your day, no matter how small they may seem. This exercise allows you to redirect your focus away from obstacles and toward your strengths and accomplishments. By creating this habit, you train your brain to recognize the good among the challenges you face, ultimately nurturing resilience. Acknowledging small victories can create immediate emotional boosts and encourage you to take new steps. Celebrate these wins within yourself, Even mundane achievements, such as keeping to your routine or having a meaningful connection, count as triumphs. Another powerful exercise is to develop coping statements you can lean on during difficult moments. Compile a list of affirmations that resonate with you, such as, "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way," or "Challenges are opportunities for growth." Post them in visible places, like your bathroom mirror or workspace, ensuring they serve as gentle reminders throughout your day. When faced with uncertainty or stress, read them aloud, allowing their empowering essence to wash over you. Repetition of these coping statements internalizes a resilient mindset, enabling your mind to resist negative impulses and embrace a greater sense of control. As an ongoing practice, take time every week to check in on your emotional health. Dedicate a specific time for self-reflection, allowing you to evaluate your thoughts, feelings, and the challenges of that week. Ask yourself questions like, "What triggered moments of stress this week?" And "How did I cope with those emotions?" This dialogue starts an important conversation within yourself, offering insights into your patterns and emphasizing areas you may want to adjust or improve. Recognizing your progress serves as motivation to keep moving forward, cultivating a sense of empowerment amidst the ever-changing landscape of life. As you transition into the next chapter, keep in mind that these practices are not just exercises. They're your gateways to a transformative mindset. Each step you take toward developing emotional resilience incrementally shapes a stronger foundation upon which to face adversity. This internal growth will empower you to thrive, not just survive, in even the most challenging situations. Within the next chapter, we will explore the power of mindful self-reflection, a critical tool in the emotional resilience toolkit that deepens your understanding of your reactions and responses. By harnessing the introspective power of self-reflection, you will further sharpen your ability to navigate life's complexities. Remember to subscribe to Mindset Liberation for more engaging content tailored to your growth journey. Give this video a like, and feel free to share your thoughts or suggestions in the comments. Together, we are creating a community dedicated to resilience and empowerment, supporting one another in transformative journeys toward emotional strength. Embrace this moment and let the path to resilience unfold before you. Chapter 4. The Power of Mindful Self-Reflection. Mindful self-reflection is a transformative practice that serves as a bridge to deeper personal insight and growth. This powerful method invites you to explore your thoughts, emotions, and reactions with a sense of curiosity rather than judgment, unearthing the subconscious patterns that influence your behaviors and beliefs. Engaging in this reflective process can unlock profound wisdom, nurturing a clearer understanding of yourself and your emotional landscape. As you develop this practice, you empower yourself to take control of your narrative, transforming challenges into opportunities for personal development. The origins of mindfulness can be traced back to ancient contemplative practices, cultivated over thousands of years in Eastern traditions. However, the modern interpretation of mindfulness, rooted in psychological science, has rapidly garnered recognition for its effectiveness in enhancing emotional resilience. Research published in leading psychological journals reveals that mindful self-reflection fosters a greater sense of well-being and emotional regulation. A study by the University of Massachusetts demonstrated that individuals who engaged in mindfulness practices experienced a 40% reduction in symptoms of anxiety and stress. This remarkable statistic exemplifies the urgency to invite mindfulness into your life, transforming reactive behaviors into conscious responses. Consider the story of Sarah, who found herself constantly overwhelmed by work stress and family responsibilities. Despite her efforts to manage her time efficiently, she often felt drained, leading to moments of frustration and anger during interactions. Recognizing the toll this cycle had on her mental health and relationships, Sarah sought out mindful self-reflection as a solution. Through journaling and focused breathing exercises, she began to explore her internal landscape, allowing her to unpack the emotions driving her reactions. Instead of succumbing to overwhelm, she learned to acknowledge the feelings rising to the surface. This newfound awareness empowered Sarah to process her triggers with compassion, ultimately transforming her interactions with family and colleagues. By committing to mindful self-reflection, she opened her heart to understanding herself and strengthening her resilience. The prevalence of stress and anxiety in society reiterates the need for practices that foster emotional awareness. Recent surveys indicate that nearly 80% of adults report feeling overwhelmed due to their responsibilities. In recognizing this common struggle, the value of mindful self-reflection becomes even more apparent. The ability to pause, observe, and understand your internal landscape offers an immense opportunity to not only navigate daily stressors, but also uncover the larger narratives that shape your life experience. In this chapter, you will discover that mindful self-reflection carries the potential to reshape your emotional health profoundly. It reassures you that even amidst chaos, you can reclaim authority over your thoughts and emotions, creating a more fulfilling and intentional way of living. The practice is not just about introspection. It invites you to reconnect with your inner self, gently illuminating spaces that may have been dimmed by the pressures of life. As we proceed, you will learn effective methods and techniques to cultivate mindful self-reflection in your daily routine. Each step will enable you to deepen your connection with yourself, fostering an environment where personal growth can flourish. With mindful self-reflection as your ally, you hold the reins to your emotional journey, one thoughtful inquiry at a time. This chapter invites you to embark on a profound engagement with yourself, a step that promises to transform your perspective from that of a passive observer to an active creator of your emotional health and life narrative. Mindful self-reflection stands as one of the most effective methods for overcoming emotional challenges due to its intrinsic focus on self-awareness and emotional regulation. By fostering a deeper understanding of our thoughts and feelings, this approach enables individuals to break free from self-destructive patterns and unhealthy emotional cycles. The practice of mindful self-reflection encourages individuals to approach their emotions with curiosity and openness rather than avoidance or judgment. This shift in mindset is key, allowing for comprehensive and authentic exploration of mental and emotional experiences, which is critical for lasting transformation. Scientific research supports the effectiveness of mindful self-reflection in enhancing emotional health. A study published in the journal Clinical Psychology Review highlights that individuals who engage in regular self-reflection exhibit higher levels of emotional intelligence and resilience. Through consistent reflection practices, people become adept at recognizing and understanding their emotional triggers, ultimately empowering them to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This approach mitigates the risk of anxiety and stress, fostering greater emotional well-being. Another relevant study from Harvard University showcases that individuals who partake in structured, reflective practices reported a 50% reduction in emotional distress over a few months, highlighting the palpable goodness that mindful introspection can bring to daily life. Consider the inspiring transformation experienced by James, a mid-level manager overwhelmed by workplace stress. He regularly found himself frazzled by continuous demands, resulting in strained relationships with coworkers and diminished job satisfaction. The stress he faced was compounded by his tendency to reflect on failures rather than achievements. Recognizing a persistent state of unhappiness, James sought support through mindfulness and began incorporating self-reflection into his daily routine. Each evening, he dedicated time to analyzing not only the challenges he faced, but also the strengths he displayed throughout the day. By shifting focus from disappointments to appreciating his successes, however small, James discovered a newfound sense of gratitude and rekindled enthusiasm for his work. James's experience illuminates how mindful self-reflection can catalyze change by helping individuals navigate through the chaos of negative thoughts and emotions. His journey highlights that awareness alone can provide a stepping stone toward meaningful action. This method reinforces that challenges can become opportunities for growth when they are assessed with compassion and curiosity. By enabling individuals to grasp their thought processes, it minimizes the stigma often tied to emotional struggle, promoting healing and resilience. Furthermore, mindful self-reflection cultivates emotional regulation. By regularly reviewing emotional responses, individuals can identify patterns of thinking that might trigger negative emotions, allowing them to strategize alternatives. The process fosters a sense of empowerment and agency, where instead of feeling controlled by emotions, individuals recognize they can influence their emotional states with practice and intention. This fundamental shift reinforces a proactive approach to mental well-being, where individuals take charge of their emotional responses and cultivate a more adaptive mindset. As we move forward in this chapter, the urgency of learning and adopting such transformative techniques through mindful self-reflection becomes increasingly apparent. Emotional struggles do not have to define your narrative. Instead, by introducing mindfulness into your life, you create a rich tapestry of self-understanding that transforms challenges into a springboard for growth. This chapter invites you to commence this crucial practice, setting the stage for deeper inquiry into the thoughts and emotions that drive your actions. In the next section, we will explore practical exercises that help you master this transformative approach, allowing you to grow into the best version of yourself. To effectively integrate mindful self-reflection into your daily routine, starting with manageable steps is key. Begin with setting aside a specific time each day, even if just for 10 to 15 minutes, when you can be alone and undisturbed. This quiet time creates the perfect environment for introspection. Choose a comfortable space, perhaps a cozy corner of your home or a peaceful park, and prepare your mind for reflection without distractions. You might find it helpful to have a journal and pen ready, as the act of writing can ground the process and facilitate clarity. Once settled, practice deep breathing for a few moments. Inhale deeply through your nose, allowing your stomach to expand, and then exhale slowly, releasing any tension. Engaging in this simple breathing exercise calms the mind and paves the way for focused self-reflection. As you breathe, begin to turn your attention inward by asking yourself guiding questions. For initial practice, consider queries like, "What emotions did I experience today?" or "What thoughts seemed most prominent?" Allow your mind to wander and honestly explore these areas. Write down your responses to capture your insights and maintain focus. Initially, you may find it challenging to maintain a steady stream of thoughts, and that is perfectly okay. The goal is to gradually become more comfortable with examining your emotions without dismissing them. As you write, pay attention not only to your thoughts, but also to any physical sensations you may be feeling in response to those thoughts. This technique deepens your awareness of how emotions manifest in your body, adding another layer to your reflection. Next, set a specific intention for your self-reflection sessions. This could be fostering gratitude, recognizing triggers, or analyzing patterns of behavior. For instance, consider focusing 1 week on gratitude, each day writing down 3 things you appreciate about yourself or your experiences. This intention creates a clear pathway for noting shifts in your emotional landscape and can provide immediate feelings of positivity and fulfillment. In addition to daily reflections, set a weekly review. Take 30 minutes at the end of each week to revisit your journal. Assess trends, noting any recurring themes in your thoughts or feelings. Are there particular situations or individuals that consistently trigger specific emotions? This reflective exercise empowers you to address aspects of your emotional experience proactively, cultivating a strong sense of agency over your mental well-being. Finally, celebrate your progress. Acknowledge small wins after each self-reflection session. It could be as simple as recognizing your courage to confront your emotions or noticing a shift in your perspective. Affirm these victories. They are crucial in building momentum. The progress you gain from daily mindfulness can be profound, transforming standalone reflections into an enriching journey towards self-acceptance and growth. As we conclude this chapter, the excitement of developing your practice of mindful self-reflection becomes tangible. Through consistent effort, you are weaving threads of empowerment into your narrative, creating a tapestry of self-understanding and resilience. In the upcoming chapter, we will delve into transformative techniques to turn your insights from self-reflection into action, ensuring that awareness translates into meaningful change. Be sure to subscribe to Mindset Liberation as our community continues to grow. Your thoughts are invaluable, so like this video and share your feedback to shape our collective journey toward emotional strength and healing together. Embrace this moment of reflection as a stepping stone toward a brighter, more insightful future, where you emerge as the author of your story. Chapter 5: Transforming Wounds into Wisdom. The journey of personal growth truly begins when we recognize that our deepest wounds can become sources of invaluable wisdom. Life's challenges and emotional scars, rather than diminishing us, equip us with insights that shape our character and understanding of the world. By embracing the power of transformation, we can all learn to shift our perspectives on pain and adversity, acknowledging these experiences as essential lessons on our paths to self-empowerment. This chapter invites you to harness the strength that lies dormant within your past wounds, illuminating the ability to learn, adapt, and evolve. Originating from psychological theories rooted in resilience and post-traumatic growth, the idea that painful experiences can foster positive transformation has gained significant recognition. Researchers have noted that individuals who navigate trauma, whether through loss, sickness, or overwhelming stress, often emerge with a heightened sense of empathy, purpose, and appreciation for life. According to a study conducted by the American Psychological Association, approximately 70% of individuals reflect positively on their transformative journey post-illness or loss, noting that although the experiences were difficult, the subsequent growth catalyzed a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the world. Take the poignant story of Michelle, a woman who faced a life-altering setback when she was diagnosed with a chronic illness. Initially consumed by feelings of anger and despair, Michelle grappled with identity and purpose as daily activities became formidable challenges. As time progressed, however, she began to shift her focus from her limitations to the lessons her illness imparted. By keeping a journal, she documented her thoughts, feelings, and the newfound appreciation for life that emerged with each subtle triumph. This practice not only provided her with an outlet, but also unveiled a journey of self-discovery, where she learned resilience, strengthened her support network, and developed her capacity for empathy. Through her struggles, she emerged with a profound understanding of herself and a desire to help others facing similar challenges. Her story exemplifies the potential for wounds to cultivate wisdom, enabling individuals to develop not just personally, but also to inspire and uplift others. In a world where adversity is often viewed solely as a burden, embracing this philosophy invites us to redefine our relationship with pain. The reality is that nearly every individual experiences hardship throughout their lives, and each struggle carries an opportunity for growth. Untold numbers of people grapple with emotional scars, seeking avenues to reclaim their narratives. By framing our challenges as transformative experiences, we empower ourselves to become active participants in our own healing process. Statistics indicate that many people unknowingly harbor negativity around their past experiences, stifling potential growth. Research from the Journal of Traumatic Stress suggests that moderate reflection on emotional bruises can lead to enhanced psychological well-being. This crucial insight drives home the point: understanding the significance of our suffering and renaming it as sage wisdom rather than simple pain liberates us from its hold. As you embrace the tools and techniques outlined in this chapter, you will unlock your capacity to transform your wounds into wisdom, embarking on a journey rich with potential. Each lesson derived from your experiences lays the groundwork for personal growth and emotional strength. By shifting your focus to understanding the insights born from adversity, not only do you reclaim your voice, but also seize the opportunity to guide others through their own struggles. In the next section, we will delve into practical strategies for transforming your personal pain into actionable wisdom that drives meaningful change. This journey begins with individual reflection and leads to collective empowerment, allowing you to take control of your life narrative. Your ability to transmute wounds into wisdom awaits, offering you a profound sense of hope and purpose as you step forward with intention. Embrace the potential hidden within your scars, for great wisdom lies just beneath the surface. Transforming wounds into wisdom is not only a beneficial approach, it is an essential one for overcoming emotional challenges and fostering personal growth. This practice provides a pathway for individuals to navigate their hardships with intention and insight. By doing so, we can shift the narrative around our struggles, allowing pain to inform us rather than define us. The efficacy of this transformative approach lies in its ability to generate positive experiences from the very difficulties we often perceive as insurmountable, enabling us to harness empathy, resilience, and newfound clarity. Research conducted by psychologists points to the phenomenon of post-traumatic growth. This concept refers to the remarkable human ability to find personal meaning and strength following traumatic or severe challenges. The Journal of Clinical Psychology notes that approximately 30% of individuals experience significant personal growth in the aftermath of traumatic events. This can manifest as an increased appreciation for life, stronger relationships, or a heightened sense of purpose. Such statistical support underscores the awareness that our emotional scars can serve as catalysts for growth rather than lethal pitfalls. Let's revisit Michelle's journey as a striking example of this transformation. After navigating the struggles stemming from her chronic illness, she began to engage consciously with the discomfort she had endured. Instead of allowing the illness to render her identity, she started mentoring others facing health challenges in community support groups. In sharing her story and supporting others, Michelle cultivated hope in both herself and those around her. By transforming her wounds into wisdom through community service and connection, she fostered resilience not just within herself, but also among her peers. She learned to frame her suffering not as a burden, but rather as a bridge to empathy and solidarity, inspiring profound change in her life and in the lives of others. The practice of transforming pain into wisdom is not merely an abstract idea. It is supported by cognitive behavioral research, emphasizing positive reframing as a practice that enables individuals to adapt their emotional responses to adversity. According to a study from the American Psychological Association, individuals who actively engage in finding lessons within their painful experiences are more likely to develop coping mechanisms and resilience. This indicates that the act of naming and analyzing our wounds creates psychological distance from them, thereby forming a powerful shift in our emotional landscape. Moreover, transformation often serves as a reawakening of purpose and identity. When we open ourselves to the insights born from hardship, we recalibrate our value systems and social connections. Embracing this shift is not just a solitary journey. It rewards us with a stronger support network and a shared human experience, leading to lasting change. The urgency of adopting this transformative method lies in its implications for mental health and emotional well-being. By encouraging individuals to recognize their wounds as educational experiences rather than limitations, we empower them to reclaim agency over their lives. Approaching life's askew realities with a mindset of growth is not simply reactive, but a rallying cry, inviting individuals to thrive despite their past sufferings. As you embark on this path of transformation, know that each reflection compels you toward deeper understanding and greater self-awareness. Your journey is one of actionable change, leading you to weave threads of wisdom into the fabric of your being. Embrace this process as we move into the next section, where we will explore practical strategies for applying this transformative wisdom to foster positive change in everyday life. Remember, your experiences hold immense potential. They are not just wounds. They are fertile ground for growth and enlightenment. Each lesson learned is a valuable piece that contributes to the mosaic of your resilience and strength. To effectively transform wounds into wisdom, it is essential to take proactive steps that guide you through a personal process of reflection and growth. This journey begins with creating a dedicated space for introspection. Set aside time each week where you can engage in a mindful exploration of your emotional experiences. Choose a comfortable environment that feels safe and inviting, as this will encourage open and honest reflection. Aim for a quiet moment devoid of interruptions, whether it's early in the morning with your coffee or late at night before bed. Begin your practice by journaling your thoughts and feelings about specific challenges you faced. Start with prompts such as, "What significant challenges have I experienced?" or "How did these experiences make me feel?" This initial step helps to articulate the pain you've endured and lays the groundwork for deeper exploration. As you delve into these experiences, allow your feelings to surface without judgment. Acknowledging them is the first step in the healing process. Next, after writing about a specific wound, take the time to identify the lessons you've learned from that experience. Consider questions like, what insights have emerged from this situation? And how has this shaped who I am today? Articulating these lessons allows you to shift your perspective from seeing your pain as purely negative to recognizing it as a source of valuable wisdom. Write down the insights gained, creating a tangible record of how each challenge has contributed to your growth. Consider setting small goals based on these insights. For instance, if you recognize that patience became a lesson learned during a difficult period, challenge yourself to practice patience in daily interactions, particularly in stressful situations. Aiming for small achievements every week builds momentum and gradually transforms your mindset. Each time you achieve a goal related to your learned lessons, celebrate that success. Acknowledging even the tiniest victories reinforces your motivation and empowers you to continue moving forward. Another effective technique is to create a wisdom map. On a blank page, write down an emotional wound you've experienced at the center. From there, branch out to include insights or coping strategies that emerged from that experience. This provides a visual representation of your growth journey, displaying how challenges become lessons. Keep this map in a place where you can see it regularly, serving as a motivational reminder of your ability to turn pain into wisdom. As you advance through this process, lean into the importance of self-compassion. Recognize that transformation takes time. Be gentle with yourself along the way. Understand that it is perfectly normal to feel a myriad of emotions, even contradictory ones, as you examine your past experiences. Give yourself permission to process feelings at your own pace, allowing time for healing. As we conclude this chapter, you are empowered to take these steps intentionally, turning your wounds into a reservoir of wisdom. This ongoing practice fosters a renewed sense of agency over your narrative, shifting the story from one of pain to that of courage and growth. Your journey is a testament to your resilience, demonstrating that challenges can indeed illuminate the path to unfathomable wisdom. In the next chapter, we will explore how to build unshakable inner strength, utilizing the wisdom you have gained to face future challenges with confidence and determination. Be sure to subscribe to Mindset Liberation as you continue on this empowering journey. Your thoughts and feedback mean the world to us, so like this video and share your perspectives or suggestions in the comments. Together, we will foster a community of individuals committed to transforming their stories into profound sources of strength and purpose. Embrace this phase of your journey and let the unfolding adventure of self-discovery continue. Chapter 6: Building Unshakable Inner Strength. Inner strength is the quiet resilience that empowers individuals to stand firm against life's adversities, and it is a skill that can be cultivated by anyone willing to invest in their personal growth. The tenacity that arises from developing inner strength is not merely a matter of natural disposition. It stands as a testament to one's capacity for self-discovery and adaptation. When faced with challenges, whether they be emotional turmoil, loss, or day-to-day stress, harnessing inner strength allows you not only to withstand the storms, but also to emerge stronger than before. This chapter is devoted to guiding you toward building an unshakable foundation of inner strength, equipping you with strategies you can utilize to bolster your resilience. The origins of understanding and cultivating inner strength are deeply rooted in psychological studies that emphasize resilience as an integral part of human development. Research indicates that individuals who possess a strong sense of inner strength often report heightened life satisfaction and lower levels of anxiety and depression. A survey conducted by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services revealed that those who engage in activities promoting self-awareness, emotional regulation, and personal empowerment report feeling significantly better equipped to handle life's challenges. It is clear that inner strength is not just for the select few, it is accessible to everyone. Consider the compelling story of Michael, a young entrepreneur who who faced multiple setbacks early in his career. After a significant financial loss and the dissolution of a crucial partnership, he felt defeated and questioned whether he should continue pursuing his dreams. However, rather than succumbing to despair, Michael channeled his energy into building his inner strength. He began practicing daily affirmations, focusing on his capabilities and the lessons learned from past failures. Additionally, he engaged in community involvement, which offered him valuable perspective and reminded him that setbacks also serve to motivate and inspire others. Research from the field of positive psychology underscores the effectiveness of practices like mindfulness, positive self-talk, and community engagement in fortifying inner strength. A study published in the journal Psychology of Sport and Exercise found that athletes who engaged in mindfulness techniques demonstrated enhanced focus and performance under pressure, reflecting the transformative power of developing an inner strength. Moreover, these findings extend beyond the sports realm, emphasizing that cultivating inner strength is beneficial for anyone confronting challenges in various aspects of life. The ability to harness inner strength is relevant to everyone, as moments of adversity are a universal experience. In today's world, where stressors abound, the significance of fostering resilience becomes increasingly vital. Feeling overwhelmed by challenges can create a spiral of negativity, stunting personal growth and affecting mental health. Yet, developing inner strength positions you to confront these challenges with conviction and clarity, transforming potential spirals of self-doubt into opportunities for resilience and recovery. As we delve deeper into building unshakable inner strength, it is essential to recognize that this journey begins with nurturing self-awareness and self-care. Making conscious choices to prioritize mental and emotional well-being cultivates a fertile ground for resilience to flourish. You do possess the power to shape your mindset and emotional responses. Your inner strength is waiting to be unearthed. In the subsequent sections, we will explore actionable techniques to develop and reinforce your inner strength, guiding you toward a robust sense of resilience that carries you forward in life. Each step you take on this journey enhances your ability to confront adversity with unyielding determination, forging a path to empowerment. Embrace this process, knowing that the strength you cultivate will illuminate your way on your journey toward a brighter and more fulfilling future. Building inner strength is not only an advantageous concept, it is an imperative practice for overcoming life's inevitable challenges. This method proves effective because it emphasizes the development of a resilient mindset, enabling individuals to meet adversity head-on while maintaining emotional equilibrium. By cultivating inner strength, individuals can transform setbacks into valuable lessons, arising from trial not as victims, but as empowered navigators of their journeys. The efficacy of this approach is underscored by both scientific research and real-life experiences that reveal how people can bolster their resilience and enhance their emotional health. Scientific literature consistently highlights the positive impact of cultivating inner strength. According to research published in the Journal of Happiness Studies, individuals who actively engage in building resilience report greater life satisfaction and more effective coping strategies when faced with stress. This growth comes from learning to view challenges not merely as obstacles, but as opportunities for self-improvement. The concept of resilience here ties closely with the psychological principle of post-traumatic growth, where consistently working through difficulties catalyzes personal transformation, leading to greater strength and understanding. To exemplify the power of developing inner strength, consider the journey of Maria, who faced devastating emotional turmoil following a divorce. Initially overwhelmed with feelings of loss, she struggles with low self-esteem and isolation. However, through intentional efforts to reclaim her narrative, Maria turned her focus inward. She began practicing mindfulness meditation and journaling, granting her the opportunity to reflect on her emotions without judgment. Over time, she shifted her perspective by recognizing that her past relationships, while painful, also offered valuable lessons about her boundaries, desires, and self-worth. This newfound clarity empowered Maria to embrace her individuality and explore new hobbies, igniting a spark within her that had been dimmed by her earlier struggles. Research supports Maria's evolution, revealing that adopting mindfulness practices can divest individuals of self-defeating thought patterns and cultivate emotional resilience. A study from the University of Exeter illustrates that practicing mindfulness enhances emotional regulation and reduces anxiety, ultimately fostering a greater sense of control over one's responses to stress. By understanding how to cultivate inner strength through practices like mindfulness, individuals build a robust toolkit capable of navigating life's ups and downs with confidence. Furthermore, nurturing inner strength enhances one's relationships, offering a ripple effect that extends beyond the individual. As inner strength grows, communication, empathy, and connection with others can flourish. Those who commit themselves to this growth are often better prepared to provide support, love, and understanding to people around them. This satisfaction in relationships further reinforces a strong sense of self, creating a virtuous cycle that produces not just inner strength, but also external resilience within communities. The urgency of developing inner strength cannot be overstated, as this practice provides individuals with tools not only to weather personal storms, but also to help others navigate theirs. By engaging in consistent reinforcement of inner strength, you actively contribute to a more resilient mindset that uplifts both yourself and those around you. Recognizing that adversity is a common aspect of the human experience enables you to approach challenges with a more profound sense of purpose and empowerment. As we progress toward practical applications of building inner strength, you will learn actionable techniques designed to reinforce your enduring resilience. Embrace this transformative journey as an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and nurture personal growth. With the tools to embrace the inevitable challenges of life head-on, you will cultivate an unshakable foundation of strength, ready to face the world with newfound clarity and confidence. The following sections will guide you on how to apply these strategies effectively, ensuring that the strength you cultivate radiates through every facet of your life, shaping the person you aspire to become. To effectively cultivate unshakable inner strength, you can start by establishing daily practices that reinforce resilience and empower your mindset. The first step is to create a structured routine that integrates activities promoting personal growth. Begin each day with a morning ritual dedicated to setting a positive tone and nourishing your mind. As you awaken, take a few moments to engage in deep breathing exercises. Inhale deeply through your nose, filling your lungs completely, then exhale slowly through your mouth. As you do this, allow any tension or negativity to dissipate. This grounding exercise will center you, preparing you to embrace the day ahead with a balanced mindset. Following your deep breathing practice, write down 3 affirmations focused on your strengths and abilities. For example, you might write, "I am resilient. I face challenges with courage." Or, "I learn and grow from my experiences." Place this affirmation sheet in a visible spot as a daily reminder of your power. These small declarations will serve as seeds of positivity that nurture your inner strength throughout the day. Next, implement a reflective journaling practice. At the end of each day, dedicate 10 to 15 minutes to write about your experiences, thoughts, and feelings. Focus on identifying moments where you felt challenged and how you responded. Rather than simply recounting events, explore how each experience has contributed to your understanding and growth. By actively engaging with your emotions on paper, you create a deeper connection with your feelings and gain insight into your reactions. This practice not only fosters self-awareness, but also encourages you to recognize the inner strength that surfaces in adversity. As you move forward, challenge yourself to confront one fear each week, no matter how small. Whether it's speaking up in a meeting, expressing your opinion, or trying something new, each deliberate action acts as a stepping stone toward increased resilience. Acknowledge these moments as victories that reinforce your courage. Celebrate these wins, whether through self-praise or by sharing your accomplishments with friends or family. Acknowledging progress cultivates momentum, deepening your inner strength with each challenge you face and overcome. Additionally, enlist the support of a trusted friend or accountability partner. Share your goals and the steps you plan to take in building your inner strength. This supportive dialogue can cultivate encouragement and help you stay committed to your journey. Having someone to discuss your experiences with offers added motivation and reinforces your determination, allowing you to move forward with greater clarity and persistence. Moreover, consider creating a strength board, a visual reminder of your goals, achievements, and sources of inspiration. Use images, quotes, and affirmations that resonate with you. Weaving your personal journey, this board will serve as a constant reminder of the resilience you possess and the goals you aim to achieve. As you conclude this chapter, remember that building unshakable inner strength is a continuous journey, and every step taken toward personal growth reinforces your resilience. Together, these practices will create a solid foundation that empowers you to confront life's challenges with confidence and grace. In the next chapter, we will explore how to navigate through trauma's shadow, utilizing the strength you have cultivated to illuminate your path forward. Be sure to subscribe to Mindset Liberation and actively engage with this community as you continue your journey. Your thoughts and insights are invaluable, so don't hesitate to like this video and share your reflections or suggestions in the comments. Together, we are evolving, discovering, and strengthening our capabilities as we navigate life's complexities. Embrace each step of this journey, knowing that you possess the power to create the transformation you seek. Chapter 7. Thriving Beyond Trauma's Shadow. Emerging from the shadows of trauma is not merely an act of survival, it is an affirmation of strength and resilience. The journey toward thriving after experiencing trauma entails transforming painful experiences into sources of growth and opportunity. While trauma can feel overwhelming and debilitating at times, recognizing that it can lead to profound personal development is a crucial mindset shift. This chapter seeks to provide you with the tools and strategies necessary to step into the light of your potential, allowing you to reclaim your narrative and flourish in ways you might never have thought possible. The concept of thriving beyond trauma springs from the field of psychology, particularly from research around post-traumatic growth. This term describes the enduring changes that can occur following a traumatic event, where individuals often report an enhancement in personal strengths, self-awareness, and deeper relationships. A groundbreaking study from the Journal of Traumatic Stress found that approximately 70% of individuals undergoing significant trauma experience at least some form of personal growth afterward. This statistic shatters the myth that trauma solely equates to loss, emphasizing that it can also become an unexpected catalyst for profound transformation. To illustrate this idea, consider the story of Alex, a war veteran who returned home struggling with the aftermath of his experiences. Haunted by memories of conflict, he battles PTSD and feelings of isolation. Initially trapped in a cycle of despair, Alex eventually sought therapy, realizing he carried a powerful story within him. Through counseling, he reframed his narrative from one of victimhood to one defined by his unique journey. Emphasizing the skills he developed during his service, such as resilience, teamwork, and adaptability, Alex ultimately transformed his painful memories into a framework for helping other veterans. His efforts not only anchored his purpose, but also forged deeper connections within his community, illustrating the powerful impact trauma can have when channeled into positive action. The foundations for thriving beyond trauma also lie in the creation of a supportive environment. Research indicates that social support is a significant predictor of recovery from trauma. The National Institute of Mental Health emphasizes that connecting with others fosters resilience by providing resources and emotional aid during difficult times. Joining support groups, confiding in trusted friends, or engaging in community activities can strengthen these vital connections, cultivating a sense of belonging and shared understanding. Furthermore, cultivating a growth mindset is essential in navigating the aftermath of trauma. Individuals with a growth mindset believe in the potential for improvement through effort and learning. This perspective not only eliminates the stigma associated with trauma, but also empowers people to view their experiences as valuable lessons. As backed by studies published in the American Journal of Community Psychology, embracing a growth mindset post-trauma enhances coping strategies and motivates individuals to seek out opportunities for healing. ultimately fostering a journey toward thriving. As we embark on this chapter together, it is imperative to recognize that thriving beyond trauma's shadow is not about negating your experiences. Rather, it involves embracing them fully and learning to channel that energy into positive avenues. You possess the power to redefine your relationship with trauma, transforming it into an integral part of your story rather than a barrier to progress. In the following sections, we will delve into actionable steps designed to harness your potential, fortifying your ability to thrive post-trauma. Together, we will explore techniques aimed at self-compassion, emotional regulation, and self-discovery as pathways toward empowerment. Knowing that you have the potential not just to survive, but to truly thrive opens a world of possibilities, filling your journey with hope and resilience. Your story is powerful, and it lies within your capacity to embrace the light that comes from healing and growth. Thriving beyond the shadow of trauma is not only possible, it is an urgent and vital practice for those who have experienced significant hardship. The methods explored in this chapter empower individuals to harness their inner resilience, fostering an environment in which growth and healing can flourish. An essential component of this process lies in understanding how positive adaptation to trauma is both feasible and impactful, leading to profound changes in one's life. By integrating strategies such as social support, mindfulness, and perspective shifting, individuals position themselves to confront the aftermath of trauma with renewed strength and purpose. The effectiveness of these methods can be traced back to extensive research in psychology, particularly in the fields of resilience and post-traumatic growth. Studies indicate that individuals who actively engage in socially supportive relationships are more successful in managing their trauma-related symptoms. For instance, a meta-analysis published in Psychological Bulletin revealed a strong correlation between social support and decreased anxiety and depression in trauma survivors. This support not only alleviates distress but also fosters a sense of belonging, which creates pathways for healing. Resilient individuals who draw strength from their connections with others report feeling less isolated, facilitating recovery and enhanced well-being. Let's consider Sarah, who experienced a traumatic breakup that resonated deeply within her sense of self-worth. Initially trapped in a vortex of sorrow, she felt hopeless and disconnected from her friends. However, when Sarah began attending a weekly support group, the dynamic of her journey shifted dramatically. In sharing her experiences and listening to others express their pain and struggles, she felt a profound shift in perspective. Through this network, Sarah found reassurance in knowing that she was not alone. Others had similar experiences and had emerged smiling. This case illustrates a critical truth. Transformation often occurs not in isolation, but through community. By surrounding herself with individuals who understood her experience, Sarah fostered connections that led her to rebuild her self-esteem. With support, she ultimately transformed her heartbreak into a story of resilience, emerging as an advocate for those suffering from the same emotional wounds. Her journey underscores the power of community as an invaluable tool for those wishing to thrive beyond trauma. Additionally, the incorporation of mindfulness as a means of processing trauma strengthens the recovery process. Mindfulness encourages individuals to remain present, allowing them to observe their thoughts and feelings without judgment. Recent research from the journal Mindfulness confirms that mindfulness practices significantly reduce symptoms in individuals dealing with PTSD and anxiety, providing them with the mental space to reframe negative experiences. Moreover, utilizing techniques such as reframing negative thoughts and focusing on personal strengths catalyzes transformational outcomes. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Psychology emphasizes the effectiveness of cognitive reframing in altering emotional responses following trauma. Participants who engaged in these adaptive cognitive techniques reported increased emotional stability and positive outlooks on their recovery journeys. Understanding how to thrive beyond trauma equips individuals with real-life strategies that foster resilience. Through social connection, mindfulness, and cognitive reframing, survivors of trauma can reconstruct their narratives, drawing on the lessons learned to cultivate a forward-focused mindset. As a result, They begin to embrace their new identities, shaped by their experiences but not defined by them. In the next section, we will delve into practical approaches for harnessing these methods in your own life, providing you with actionable steps toward thriving beyond trauma's shadow. You will learn techniques that promote healing, anchoring you in a place of empowerment and growth. Remember, the journey is yours to navigate, and every step taken toward healing is one of strength and resilience, contributing profoundly to the person you are becoming. Embrace this opportunity for transformation as you learn to thrive in new and unexpected ways. To thrive beyond the shadow of trauma, it is essential to implement actionable strategies that promote healing and resilience. Start by creating a personal routine dedicated to fostering recovery and growth. Begin each day with a brief morning ritual that sets a positive tone. Take 10 minutes for relaxation or mindfulness meditation. As you settle into this practice, focus on your breathing and visualize a serene scene where you feel safe and empowered. Cultivating this mental space helps anchor you emotionally, laying a strong foundation to face the day ahead. Next, engage in reflective journaling as a powerful exercise to process your experiences. Choose a quiet spot where you can write freely without interruptions. Set a timer for 15 minutes and allow yourself to pour out your thoughts and feelings onto the page. Prompt yourself with questions such as, what emotions surfaced this week as I dealt with my challenges? Or, how did I cope with situations that were particularly difficult? This reflective exercise enables you to confront and articulate your feelings, transforming confusion and pain into clarity and understanding. Consider it a form of emotional release. Each time you journal, you'll feel lighter and more empowered. As you progress in your journey, building an emotional support network is vital. Reach out by identifying friends, family members, or therapist figures who are willing to lend an ear and a shoulder when needed. Plan regular interactions, whether through phone calls, meetups, or virtual gatherings, to share your thoughts and experiences. Engaging in open dialogue provides a sounding board, allowing you to articulate feelings of pain or uncertainty while receiving encouragement and affirmation in return. Know that sharing your journey fosters deep connections and cultivates resilience, both for you and those who appreciate honesty and vulnerability. Set specific, achievable goals related to healing. Initially, your goals can be broad, such as growing more comfortable discussing your trauma. Break these larger goals down into smaller milestones. For example, aim to share your story with at least one close friend within the next month. This breaks significant goals into fulfilling and encouraging steps that reinforce your progress. Celebrate each small win, acknowledging your courage to move forward. Each time you achieve a goal, affirm your success with self-praise or treat yourself to something you enjoy, reinforcing your ability to confront and thrive. Another impactful practice is engaging in regular physical activity. Exercise serves as a potent tool for handling emotional distress. It releases endorphins, chemicals in your brain that act as natural painkillers and mood elevators. Make it a point to incorporate gentle exercises into your routine, whether walking, yoga, or dancing. Aim for sessions lasting at least 20 minutes, 3 times a week. Notice how physical activity positively impacts your mood and mental clarity, reinforcing the mind-body connection essential in your healing journey. Lastly, develop daily affirmations to rewire unsupportive thoughts and cultivate positivity. Start each morning by stating affirmations that resonate with you. Consider phrases like, I am transforming my pain into wisdom, or I empower myself every day to thrive. Speak them aloud or write them down, allowing their weight to sink in. Affirmations act as a bridge between your intentions and your subconscious beliefs, promoting a mindset attuned to growth and resilience. As you embark on these practical steps, remember that thriving is an ongoing process, not a destination. You possess the unique ability to harness your experiences, turning adversity into strength as you cultivate a life filled with purpose and joy. In the next chapter, we will explore how to maintain this newfound resilience, ensuring that the progress you've made continues to flourish in the face of future uncertainties. As always, be sure to subscribe to Mindset Liberation, share your thoughts and feelings about your journey in the comments, and engage with others on a similar path. embrace this opportunity for transformation, knowing that each step forward is not only a triumph over trauma, but also a celebration of your remarkable journey toward a brighter future. In conclusion, Beyond the Pain, Using Trauma Triggers to Fuel Strength embarks on a transformative journey through the complexities of trauma and its potential for personal growth. Throughout this book, we've explored how embracing pain can empower us, how reframing our triggers can foster resilience, and how cultivating emotional strength can illuminate our paths in life. Each chapter provided actionable strategies, from harnessing mindful self-reflection to fostering supportive relationships, all aimed at guiding you toward a profound transformation of mindset and emotions. As you navigate the ever-evolving landscape of your experiences, remember that your journey matters and that you have the inherent power to turn your challenges into opportunities for growth. Thank you for taking the time to engage with this content and investing in your own personal development. If this journey has resonated with you, I invite you to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. By doing so, you not only support our efforts, but also become part of a community dedicated to empowerment and personal growth. Together, let's continue to illuminate the path toward resilience and strength.